Welcome. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics ever. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can design customer experiences that provide transformation while giving you the lifestyle you want. Stay tuned. We're going to cover several digital business models and which one is best for you. Hi, my name is Andrea Reindl. I am a brand strategist and the founder of Legacy Creative. One of my favorite things to do with private clients is to help them get clear on their digital business model. You need to make some critical decisions about how do you turn this into a business that works for clients, that works for you, and that works for the team that you've got involved? How do you design the really ideal digital business model? What I see some people do is design what I call a Franken model. So basically they've taken bits and pieces from what other people have done and put it together in something that doesn't really work for the customers. It's not a smooth customer journey. And yet there are some very simple ways to create a customer journey that really works. So today I'm going to go over 5 different business models that you can select from. And it kind of gives you an idea of what you need to be thinking about to design the best customer experience and the best transformational experience. Before I get started, these aren't the only 5. There's others that also work really, really well. I just picked 5 that I like and that we use very frequently so that you get an idea of different styles of business models. First, let's define what is a business model. I looked this up on Google because I like that Google often gives us really simple answers, and this is what Google said a business model is. A business model is a description of how an organization creates, delivers, and captures value. It has a formal structure that consists of 4 basic components: a value proposition, customers, a financial model, and capabilities. This pretty much summed up exactly what I think of when I'm working with a client on a digital business model, that what we want to create is something that has a value proposition, that we know our customers inside out, that we know we have a financial model to charge those customers, and that the capabilities of our business model match the capabilities of our visionaries so that we're giving an amazing customer experience to the customers. First, we'll start with the one-to-one model. Basically, when I say the one-to-one model, what it means is that you are working with your clients one-on-one, exactly like it sounds. People who fall into this category typically have some sort of like a coaching program or a method. They want to take their clients on a transformational journey, and they're working with them one-on-one. Maybe it's in person, maybe it's in a virtual setting like over Zoom. Either way, your client relationship is one-to-one. This is really good for you if you're just getting started, or maybe you're still in the fool around and figure it out phase where you're trying to decide who are your best clients and at what point in their journey are you a best fit for them as a coach or a service provider or a guide or a mentor. The one-to-one model is a really good place to start, and almost all people who have a digital business at some point started working one-on-one. Sometimes they even work one-on-one with people when they weren't getting paid for it, and then eventually they started getting paid for it, and they started with lower fees and were able to turn those fees into slightly higher fees. Either way, the one-to-one model is a perfectly great way to work with clients, and you can build a 6-figure business just working one-on-one with clients. Another great digital model option is the standalone digital-only products. What I mean by this is that somebody would purchase a digital product from you for a fixed price, and for that fixed price, you deliver a fixed amount of content to them. It has no live interaction with you. It's for the most part them just getting access to content that you've created that they're willing to pay you for. The price range can go anywhere from like $27 to $2,000, or sometimes even more, depending on the value of the content and how much of a subject matter expert you are and how much your buyer needs that information. What I like about this is that it's a good way to create recurring revenue in your business. It does require that you are an expert that knows what you're talking about, and that you can deliver like videos and templates and examples and resource material to your audience on a regular basis. This works really well for someone who's designed their content and they've designed their educational materials and maybe already even delivered them in a workshop or a live format on a regular basis, and now they want to turn it into videos, PDFs, resources, downloads, put it on a digital platform and allow consumers to purchase it, have it delivered right away, and boom, the transaction is complete. It is a great model if you have a lot of content sitting in your digital asset register and you want to turn it into something that can generate revenue for you. Another model is the monthly membership model. So the way this works is your clients actually sign up to be on a recurring payment with you. So typically that means there's a monthly payment, and then there's an additional option where they can pay for a whole year in advance and they get some sort of discount for paying for a year in advance. A fairly standard discount is 20 to 30% for paying it all in advance. And yet the clients believe what they're doing is they're having a monthly relationship with you, the service provider, you, the digital business, and what they're expecting to get from you. In a model like this, some of the common elements are that you have some sort of ongoing monthly new content that goes out to your membership. So it could be a hybrid of some digitally delivered content and some live facilitated content. So it might be that they get a bundle of content from you at the beginning of the month, and then halfway through the month you have like a Zoom call, and everybody jumps on a Zoom call and talks about what that theme of the month is. Think of this like a gym membership. It's something you pay for every month and people expect to use it. They're either designed to be remembered or forgotten. So if they're designed to be remembered, it's more like a yoga membership or an Orange Theory or CrossFit membership that's pretty expensive out of someone's budget. And if they're designed to be forgotten, it's more like a 24-hour fitness membership that's so low that nobody ever thinks they want to cancel it because, well, for 25 bucks a month, they might go to the gym once or twice. Your digital membership or your monthly membership model probably has some of those same elements. Are you designing it for people to remember it and show up and be there all the time, in which case the price is higher? Or are you designing it where it's something that adds value to their life, but the price is pretty low and therefore they're likely to stay on for a very long time? The monthly membership model is really good for you if you're someone who really likes community, you want to be locked into a community all the time, and you're really somebody who likes to figure out and listen to your people and how can you make their life better on a regular basis. The most successful memberships that we've run in our company are ones where we would listen to the members and we'd say, hey, what they're asking for is more of this. Why don't we figure out how to give them more live sessions with us? Or they want more recipes. How do we figure out how to give them more recipes? We would check in with our community on a regular basis and then design our program with what it was that worked for them. That's how you build a memorable monthly membership that people want to stay part of for a very, very long time and are excited every single time they see your company name show up on their credit card statement, knowing that they're exchanging value for whatever you're giving them in the monthly membership. Another digital business model that works really well is what I call the group coached signature program. Now, this is one of my personal favorites. I'm a little biased to it, and one of the reasons is that typically in this kind of program, you get to know your clients really, really well, and you can become excellent at providing a transformation for them. So you become the person, the go-to person that's going to provide your specific transformation to your specific ideal client in a way that really resonates for them. Typically, this is done in a group setting. What I like about a group setting is people get to learn from each other and be around one another. And often it has a fixed time frame to it. So you work in a group setting for say 6 weeks or 8 weeks, and there's a fixed price for it. It's like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Totally depends on what you're selling to who with how much you can charge for it. But what's good about the group coached signature program is that it's something that after you design as the visionary, or if you're working with a visionary, once that group program is designed, you can deliver it over and over and over again. And it works every single time because it's a method that you're taking people through. It's a path that you're taking your customers through. The other great part of it is that every single time you take a group of people through a group program, you can do it better the next time because you learn every single time you work with them. This is a great digital business model for the person who wants something that they can scale and that they can continuously improve their craft and continuously improve their message. If you aren't sure how long to make your program, or I just confused you with a whole lot of options, a really simple way to design a group signature program is to say, what's the most transformation that I could provide to someone in 6 to 8 weeks that they'd be willing to pay me around $1,000 for? If you can answer that question, you can design a group signature program that works for your audience and works for you, the business owner. Another model that's awesome and fun is the mastermind model. Now, the mastermind model tends to be something that's higher in price point for the clients. And it also tends to be a little bit more intimate. What the mastermind model is where people come together and collaborate on a topic, and the members of the mastermind are hoping to grow their craft, learn something they didn't know before, and be able to really optimize their own business or personal life experience. For simplicity, I put the mastermind model into two different categories. One is where the people in the mastermind are all actually peers that are working together that have a similar business and are there to get better at a specific business. So an example of this is I belonged to a marketing mastermind for a while, and all we ever talked about was marketing things. Hey, this is what I'm doing in this campaign. This is how I work with this kind of copywriter. The content of the mastermind was 100% focused on only marketing. Now, outside of the sessions in the mastermind, we all made friends and we learned other things about each other's businesses and we collaborated together. But the reason that we paid for the mastermind was to be there to learn about one specific topic. The other kind of mastermind model is people that are coming together based on shared values, and they don't come from the same industry, and they're hoping to learn from each other things outside of their industry, but they have similar values. I've also belonged to a mastermind like this, and what I found with that kind of mastermind is that I would show up in a room with a bunch of different business owners. All of us cared about our teams, we cared about our clients, and we wanted to grow our individual businesses, but none of us really had the same kind of businesses. So that meant we got to learn from one another, and we were learning different kind of skills. So when you're designing a mastermind model, think about, are you bringing all the people together that have the same kind of business, that want to grow that same kind of business, or are you bringing them together that have different kind of businesses, but they're aligning on values? The mastermind model is really good for you as an owner if you want to implement something where you have, again, a big sense of community and deeper relationships with fewer people. It's an awesome model. I think it's great for lots of businesses. All right, to recap, I'll go over the 5 models one more time. There's the one-to-one model, there's the standalone digital product model, there's the monthly membership model, there's the signature group program model, and there's the mastermind model. Now, what I recommend for all of my clients is that they start with one and they get really good at one before they add on any other part to their digital business. Because if you can really deliver value on just one of those models, you can build a massively successful business, and it can be fairly frictionless and lots of fun for you as the owner. I hope you found that helpful now that you have 5 options for digital business models. It's kind of fun to sit down and decide which one might work best for you. If you need help with deciding, hey, should you focus your energy and what digital business model is best for you, feel free to reach out to my team and I. We do complimentary calls helping people get clear on this so that they know where to focus their energy. Also, feel free to subscribe to our Brandable Bites newsletter that gives you all kinds of information about how to build a brand, how to build a digital business, and great ways for you to implement some of what you learn on this channel. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next video.